What's up guys, Zinigami here, and let's go over a little bit of RNG manipulation. So this isn't actually a strategy guide for Hancock. This is a guide for how to play the game a little bit, use the game mechanics to our advantage. So a lot of people know about RNG manipulation in, let's say that I had a Garp or a Law or something like that, and I used a special that, or maybe I used a special and I didn't mean to use a special, right? Maybe I didn't want to use Rayleigh's special here. That you can close out of the game, then come back in the game resets you at the beginning of the turn. Now this also means it lets you reset things that the enemy does at the beginning of your turn. Say, if a raid boss locks one of your characters at the beginning of your turn, a random character of yours at the beginning of your turn, you can reset until he randoms a different one. But this doesn't work for things like Hancock's lock, which locks the end of her turn. But there are ways to actually make that work. So I'm going to go ahead and attack regularly right here. Use all my regular attacks. And then next turn is a key turn that I'm going to be looking at. Although, I mean, this is pretty good. I could actually maybe one-shot her, but I don't want to risk it. We're just going to hit her and use our everything as we normally would. So the way this manipulation works is that we're going to exit out of the game at the end of Hancock's turn before our turn officially begins, before we're given control of our characters. And if we exit while their animation is going on, before we get control of our characters, the game has not decided that it's our turn yet. And once we exit out, it's going to put us back in the middle of the enemy's turn. The game wants to try to continue off where it knows it's been at least. So that's why if you start attacking and then maybe you turn off your phone in the middle of an attack accidentally, or you exited out because you didn't mean to attack, you forgot to use a special, and when you come back in the game, it skips your turn and continues to the enemy's turn. That's because it knows that your turn started, it doesn't know where it ended, but it knows that the enemy's turn has not happened, so it'll go ahead and finish up with the enemy's turn. So what I'm going to do right here is that after I use all my attacks and Hancock dies, she will use her specials, and I'm going to have my mouse on the button right here on the bottom left-hand corner of Droid 4X that exit out of the game. You can do the same thing on your phone. If you're using Android phone, there's that button that goes back, or you can hit the home button, or you can just hit the power button to try to close out of your game before any of this happens. And you have to do it, if you're using it on a mobile phone, you can hit the power button. That's much easier to do. If you're doing it on Droid 4X, you have to actually time it early because it does take a full second for Droid 4X to register that it needs to close out of the game. Because normally closing out of the game is not something that it tries to do quickly. So, let's kill Hancock. The first and foremost important thing here. Hancock dies. She's going to revive, and I'm going to put my mouse over this button, and I'm going to wait until I see the end of her animation. So all these animations are going to go through, and she locks my Usopp. So what I can do here, and hopefully I don't mess up a second time. Last time I did this, I may have accidentally killed myself. So she locked my Usopp, which normally would be a good thing. But let's pretend that she locked my Mihawk, okay? She locked my Mihawk, and I'm dead in the waters. There's no way I could kill her. I could, if I wanted her to continue, then I can just click on it and go back into the game. Otherwise, I exit out just like I did here, and we'll go back in. Yes, I would like to continue, and it's going to put us back again in Hancock's turn. So you see it's Hancock's turn. She will redo her animation, redo her entire turn. And then I'm going to pause it once again at the same time. You cannot rely on who she hits with her animation. So see right there? It unlocked my Kuma, and I can go ahead and go back into the game. But her animation made it look like she was hitting Mihawk. So you can't rely on the animation for things like this. It makes the animations buggy. So normally, the character that gets hit by her pow 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 effect is the one that's getting locked. When you do this, it bugs the game out and it just locks someone independently from the animation. So there we go. It was on Usopp last time, now it's on my Kuma. If it was on my Mihawk, when we were testing this out, I thought it wasn't working because we did it 4 times in a row and just kept locking my Mihawk over and over and over again. But it is actually redoing the randomization each time. So here's another way to play with RNG, guys. Maybe if you're using a team like mine that normally would just lose to Hancock 1 every 4 runs, now, if you time it right, you can win every time. I've been Zenigami. Good luck, take this knowledge, and run with it. Y'all stay beautiful. So we're gonna get Hancock to attack. And I'm going to do this once again, right at the end of her animation. Now she's locking my Usopp, so that's totally fine. I can go back in the game. I can just let it finish up. Oh shit! She locked my Mihawk. And I actually let the animation finish. So I'm dead.